When did your parents realize just how badly they underestimated you? My parents think I'm a complete failure who spends all day gaming just because I chose not to go to college. They really treated me like a failure too. Every dinner I was forced to eat leftover rice and soy sauce since I couldn't afford real food. I wasn't allowed to sit with them at the dinner table or on the sofas. And anytime they brought me up in a story, they called me the rat in our basement. I did try to tell them that I'd been writing, making actual money from it, but they just rolled their eyes and turned the TV volume up, refusing to believe that their son had been secretly helping them for years. Because who would listen to the rat, right? Well, they should have. My parents called me to their room with a huge grin on their faces. We sold the house and got a luxury condo in the city, Dad said, showing off the sketchy brochure with misspellings all over. We'll drop you off at the homeless shelter on our way, Mom said, handing me a wrinkled brochure. They serve 3 meals, but we told them you only need 1. Mom and Dad burst out laughing, clapping at their own wit while I Googled the condo company on my phone. No website, cash deposit only, no paperwork, classic scam. I opened my mouth to warn them, but they cut me off. What would a failure know about real estate? Mom laughed. Before I went back down to the basement, Dad handed me 2 pieces of black trash bags. Pack light. The shelter has limited storage. But that morning, while we were packing up the house, Mom shrieked upstairs. What do you mean the application was denied? She yelled. We already wired you the deposit. The real estate agent on the other line apologized. Ma'am, we have no record of the deposit nor any trace of your application, and the condo unit you're requesting to move into has been occupied for 3 years now. My advice would be to contact your bank and inform them of the scam. Dad grabbed the phone. Scam? That was $300,000. The line went quiet for a moment before the agent replied, Sir, our deposits are $50,000 maximum. The phone hit the floor. Mom trembled, leaning onto my dad. Honey, we have no money. Where are we going to live? She whispered. That's when the doorbell rang. Hello, sir. I have a delivery for a Jacob. I walked over and signed for the package calmly, my parents watching as I opened the package from my publisher. A check for $1.3 million. Mom snatched it from my hand, tears gone in an instant. She read the letter that came with the package. Monthly royalties for 12 million copies sold. 5th consecutive bestseller. Her jaw dropped. The courier cleared his throat. There's also this. He handed me another envelope, congratulating me on my purchase of a house. This house. The one my parents sold to live in a condo in an attempt to get rid of their failure of a son. My parents started celebrating immediately. We're rich. Oh God, we won't be homeless. They cheered. Mom immediately started unpacking the boxes. Jacob, honey, help me place these boxes back in our room. I stared at them with a blank expression. Why are you unpacking? I asked. Well, you bought our house back, right? I bought my house for me to continue living in. Are you kicking out your own parents? Mom asked, completely shocked. I raised an eyebrow. My own parents? Were you my parents when you made me eat rice and soy sauce standing up? When you called me the rat in our basement to everyone? When you told the homeless shelter I only needed 1 meal a day? And it's funny, all this time I'd been trying to tell you guys about my job, but you never listened. I pulled out my phone, showed them my banking app. See these transfers? Roof repair, 20,000. Electric bills you forgot, 800 each time. Dad's heart medication when insurance denied it, 4,000 a month. 6 years of quietly helping out while you both called me garbage. Garbage. Who even calls their kid that? I took a deep breath and pulled out the shelter brochure they'd given me. You can go here, or I paused. The basement's available, 2,000 a month. You want us to pay rent? In our house? Mom's voice cracked. My house. And it's not your basement anymore. They looked at each other, then at their boxes, then at the basement door. I walked upstairs to the master bedroom while they stood frozen in the living room, realizing the rat now owned the whole house.